Hey, good afternoon. This is Bob from Trade Genius. The 1st of September. Welcome to fall, and it's a Thursday. And I'm just going to go through a few charts today. I'm not going to kill you with all the details today, but really interesting day. I'll start with oil because oil got blasted really hard, and but I also see it's bounced really hard here after the market reopened, and I just think it's probably a reaction. You know, like every other time when you want to see people trying to move people off the market, they do an overreaction like we had with gold a couple days ago. We had it with oil today, and as long as it holds over 43, I think with the dollar rolling over, it looks like we should get a good bounce on oil. Then we'll just have to see. But right now, I have OIL up, and so this is the area here that if it holds, I think we at least get a run back up to the 575 area, and then we'll have to see if it catches fire or not with the dollar. And I'm going to go to dollar now. You know, look at the dollar here. Is that I've been watching this thing here. This was a top. I was worried about this breaking free, and it didn't, and it got held here 1% over the VWAP line, and it sold off pretty hard today. And I'm just wondering if it was a reaction from the Federal Reserve saying, "Oh my gosh, oil's going down. Can't let that happen," and it just bid up all the commodities today. So now next step is that this thing has to break through all these moving averages, the 50, the 200, the 50, the 20, and the moving VWAP. If it gets through that, then it's going down into this area here, and then I think we're going to be able to get a bit of a run on our commodities. And speaking of which was gold, it was so nice. I actually watched it explode for a change. I was on the front end of it. And we bought UGold yesterday as a subscription for our subscribers, and I was long gold contracts, so it was a gratifying move for me. And it popped and held, and then after tomorrow, if this price holds here, you know, the 124.50 plus area, then I'm looking for a run up to here, and then we'll have to wait and see. And speaking of the commodities, which we own and we've been a bit long suffering on, that's a nice move here in corn. And then we had in coffee, beautiful move in coffee, we're long that. And then wheat was more subdued, but it was a rise nonetheless. And there's just a lot more wheat out there, but I think that's getting all pushed through. And you know, I've been watching the ag markets, and China is in there hard buying. They're buying soybeans like they're going out of style, and they're starting to buy corn now. And they've been keeping everybody away from these farm regions, and you know, I can almost guarantee you it is an absolute mess. And when I think people realize how much damage those people had, I think we're really gonna see a big move in corn. And, you know, if we get any kind of cyclone coming through, or hurricane coming through the Gulf, it'll pop oil, natural gas, number one. But if it runs up the Mississippi Valley, it'll screw up the harvest there too. So just keep an eye on what's going on there, you know, next, 2 to 3 weeks, and see if we get any kind of bluebird there, or a black swan, if you will, on the harvest for the Midwest. And let's see, pull up GDX. I called the other day, I put out on Twitter 2 days ago, dust. I'll show you dust. Look at that, nice pop in GDX. And then dust, it hit the equivalent of the 50. Let me on the daily here, let me go up here. When dust hit the moving VWAP on a daily, I don't know if I said it on Wednesday or today's Thursday, so I think I said it on Tuesday, is I said, hey, dust is going to set up for a good trade. The short, it already lost 10% value. And the next one to watch, and I think we're going to probably get it tomorrow, is BIS, or the short on the biotech. Here we go. And it's coming up to, if it may not even make it here, but I'm watching this rollover right here. If it gets up to the 35 area, this is going to be a great short for somebody to take too, because in my view, no matter how bad everything is, I just can't see it unless they lose control that they're going to let this market have any kind of economic instability ahead of the coronation of Hillary, and they have a vested interest in her being president because Trump they can't control. They don't know what he's going to deal with, what he's going to negotiate, what his fee is to be compromised. And so with Hillary, she's already compromised, and so they can get anything they want out of her. And so they're going to make sure they're going to do everything they can to grease the skids for her. But we'll see. It may not be enough. One can hope. So anyway, that's all I want to talk about today. I'll be back this weekend. I'll be putting out my September newsletter and putting out some weekend reports. It'll be a long weekend. My expectation is I don't really think it's going to matter what the news is tomorrow. I think if we have a weak reaction, I think they'll buy it back all day. If we get a positive reaction, I think they'll put it to the ceiling like they always do, put it in neutral, and everybody go home for the long holiday. So we're long volatility. We're short volatility. We're long XIV, and we're looking for a bit of a squeeze on that to hop on off here ahead of the Fed meeting. Anyway, you guys have a great night. I'll catch you guys all later. Thanks. Bye.